I have a confession to make. And before we lose this app, it felt right to just be clear with you here. The principles that I've been teaching here about deprogramming your brain, the same ones we've taught to over 9,000 people now, they come from a really specific place that I have not publicly shared until a few weeks ago. So here it is. I grew up in a cult. My grandmother was a cult leader. And the way I learned to deprogram the brain is because I had to deprogram from growing up in a cult. And I am the only one that has ever escaped the cult that my grandmother created. Now, that story felt too bizarre and too unrelatable, so I have been sharing the principles, but I didn't talk about the source. But I've had this inspiration to be sharing these stories, and it just felt like too weird. So what I did was I created a completely separate TikTok account that like no one would see. And I started sharing the stories of my bizarre cult upbringing. That was just a few weeks ago, and it exploded. There have been viral videos every week. Almost 1 million people have seen these stories. My inbox has been flooded for speaking requests. I've been on podcasts and TV shows, and it's been phenomenally positive. So I wanted to share because if there's some part of you that you feel is just like too weird and too bizarre and nobody wants to hear about that, if you decide to share the wholeness of who you are, you might, like I did, have a really beautiful and positive response. And part of our journeys is integrating the wholeness of who we are. So hello, here I am. And as this app is likely to go dark soon. So if you want to keep this party going, the Y to the Tube at the She Center now has an honest story time playlist with all of the stories that I've shared on TikTok that have been blowing up and going viral about how I was raised in a cult. And on our website, theshecenter.org, we are doing a live event. We're taking 3 days and going deep into this immersive transformation experience. And I will show you exactly how to deprogram your mind from the things that don't serve you anymore and how to remember your authenticity and bring that into your next chapter. Hope to see you there, and shout out to everyone who, through algorithm magic, already found my confession.